Hi guys, this is Matthew Woodward and welcome to the second part of my ultimate guide to tiered link building. I'd like to say thanks for all the great feedback on the video so far. It took 8 hours to make, so it is great to see it's been well received by everyone, but don't be so scared to share it with others. In this video you're going to learn how to create the perfect tier 1 link profile, how to prepare everything you'll need for the campaign, how to spin the content the right way, and I've got some crazy advice for you on this topic, how to set up a campaign over my shoulder, and most importantly, how to schedule it all so you can be doing something else. I just wanted to recap quickly on exactly what makes a good tier 1 link. I know we covered this in the last video, so I'll make it very quick. It should be high quality, contextual, and surrounded by relevant content that makes sense. Ideally, these links will be built on domains that Google already trusts and carry a low risk of being deleted or removed in the future. In the last video, I said having the ability to remove a tier 1 link is optional, but I really can't stress enough how important it is to be able to remove links from your tier 1 at will. I'm sure some of you watching this have kicked themselves in the past for not having that level of control. You also need to have the ability to get the exact location of the link, as we'll need this to build the lower tiers. And let's quickly recap on examples of good tier 1 links. You can use hand-built Web 2 sites, which I'll make a separate video for. You can also use things like press releases, wikis, article directories, social bookmarks, web directories, blog posts and videos. The entire tiered linking process is made up of 3 parts. First of all, we schedule out our first set of tier links over 2 weeks to create a natural link velocity to the site. Once those links have all been created over that 2-week period, we start to build out our tiers in week 3. You might think this is where it will get complicated, but setting up the tiers takes less than an hour and they will grow automatically forever. More on that in a future video. Once you have set up the self-growing tiers at the start of week 3, you can then repeat the entire process by building out a new set of tier 1 links. All you have to do is rinse and repeat the process until you hit the top spot. Before starting any link building campaign, I like to map out exactly what I'll need and get everything prepared. This makes building the actual campaign very quick and easy. First of all, we need to get some base content for the campaign. Then we need to spin it and prepare it all properly. And most importantly, we need to scrape a list of target sites to post to. This is a very important step that most people don't bother with, but it is critical to your success. To give you a bit of a head start, you can download a sample of my personal list of targets underneath this video on my blog. Our first tier of links must feature high quality content that makes sense. In total, you will need 3 500-word articles about your keyword or topic, 1 set of social bookmarking titles and descriptions, 1 set of web directory titles and descriptions, 1 set of related tags and keywords, and 1 video with titles and descriptions. Sourcing the content couldn't be easier, and it should cost you no more than $25 in total. For the articles, I tend to use SEOgenerals.com. They have a superb interface for ordering and managing your articles, and this is how all article services should be set up if you ask me. You can use coupon 7-day sale to bring the cost of a 500-word article down from $7.50 to $4.85. I've also had good results with 99centarticles.com, but I prefer how SEO Generals is set up. For the video, just head straight over to Fiverr. There are hundreds of gigs offering video production for just $5. Find one you like the look of and place an order immediately. For all the other titles and descriptions that we need, I tend to just write these myself. You need 3 sets in total, which consists of 1 title and a 3-sentence description, so you should end up with 3 titles and 3 descriptions in total. Personally, I use Scrapebox to get the related tags and keywords, but you can also use AdWords. Let's take a look at how to do that now. Getting the related keywords and tags is quite easy. We can just come over to the Google AdWords keyword tool, type whatever your keyword is into the box up here. In this example, I'm going to use payday loans. Tick the box that says only show ideas closely related to my search terms and hit search. And this will return a huge list of keywords for you to use, and to download them, just hit download or search results there. The way I do it though is with Scrapebox. If you just hit the little scrape button here in the keyword scraper, enter payday loans and just hit scrape, and that will go out and get lots of keywords from lots more sources than just Google. hit OK at the end of scraping, remove duplicate keywords, and there you go. You've got a nice list of keywords that you can use. You can take this a step further and take all of these results and put them into here and then scrape again, and then you'll end up with an even bigger list. So once you've got all your keywords together, just save them somewhere as we will need them later on. We need to make sure that our content is spun in the right way. Unfortunately, the only way to create high quality spun content is by hand, which is time consuming but worth it in the long run. You need to write 15 alternative titles for everything, including your articles and bookmarks and so on. Once you have done that, go through everything and write 2 alternative sentences for every sentence. Finally, go through the lot and spin all of the words and phrases, but only where it makes sense to do so. Don't just rely on the suggested words, as there are usually lots of ways you can spin things if you stop and think about it. I use a best spinner to do all of this, and there is a link under this video to download a 7-day trial of the software. Once you have everything spun, you have the perfect base set of content for the campaign. When we come to post the articles, we will implement some advanced spinning techniques, such as spinning in images and video, HTML elements, placement of our backlink, and related links to other sites. You don't need to worry about this right now though, I'll show you how to do it all later on in the series. If you're anything like me, you'll probably be banging your head against the desk when you're spinning content. Personally, I hate doing it, but let me explain why it's so important we take as much care and attention with it as possible. Most importantly, we don't want Google to flag our Tier 1 links as duplicate content, or we might as well as not have bothered building them. Secondly, manual spinning provides very high quality output. This is important so it doesn't look spammy and helps to ensure our Tier 1 links never get removed by a moderator. And thirdly, we can use the content hundreds of times throughout our campaign without a hitch. The Best Spinner has a handy little tool built in that allows us to compare articles to check how unique they are. If you just click on Publish up here and then Generate and Compare, you can generate as many articles as you want from your spun article and then compare them all to see how unique they are. Just to show you what it looks like, I've just generated 50 articles and compared them all to each other, and you can see we've got some pretty high percentages of uniqueness here, and this is before any of the advanced spinning techniques. We can actually use this article 500 times quite safely. Uniqueness is going to sit around the 65% mark at worst, but that's before taking into account all of the advanced spinning as well. So I just wanted to show you that. If you're unsure about how many times you can use a spun article before it starts becoming duplicate content, just whack it into here and have a play with this number and see what the results are. Now let's take a look at why it's so important to build your own list of target sites to link from. First of all, you will get all your links on loads of sites that other people don't, which helps you stand out from the crowd. You should also go through your list and make sure the domains you're placing your links on are still indexed by Google. While I can't categorically say building links from de-indexed domains will hurt your site, I can say that it does not benefit your site with confidence. You should go through your target list every month and remove any de-indexed domains. Scraping your own list of targets is pretty easy once you have things set right. It really isn't any more complicated than hitting a few buttons with my tips in the next couple of slides. Whatever you do, do not skip this part of the tutorial. Scraping your own list of targets is essential. You may find a sample of my personal list under this video on my blog to download to get you started, but you still need to find your own targets. We are going to target all of the platforms that you can see here. For article directories, we're going to go after Article Beach, Article Dashboard, Article Friendly, Article MS, and sites using the WordPress Article Directory plugin. For blog posts, we're going to rely on the Elg and JCow platforms. Bookmarks come from platforms like Plig, Scuttle, Scuttle Plus, PHPDug, and PublicMark. Web directories are provided courtesy of PHPLD, and videos will be posted to the Clipshare platform. Wikis come in the flavours of MediaWiki, WiccaWiki, MoinMoin, and TikiWiki. Scraping link targets is easy when someone else has done all of the hard work for you. You can download my personal set of footprints for all of the platforms I've just mentioned underneath the video in my blog. You can copy and paste these into the footprints.inei file available in the Scrapebox configuration folder, so it will be available in the footprints list drop-down. You will want to merge your list of related keywords with the footprints to try and find as many relevant targets as possible. You can scrape even more targets by merging in my list of common words and domain extensions, which you can download under the video. So let me show you how quick it actually is to scrape your own list of platforms. First of all, import your list of related keywords that you saved in a previous step. Then come up here and use the merge button, and we're going to merge in the raw footprints file, which is available to download underneath this video on my blog. And then we're going to hit the merge button again and hit the merge list file, which includes a list of common words and domain extensions. Again, that's available for download under this video on my blog. And what you'll see this actually does is it's generated over 280,000 different queries, including our footprints and related keywords and common words and everything like that, to compile a huge list of target sites. So once we start harvesting, we will end up with an awful lot of results. You're probably going to want to leave this running overnight, depending how many threads you're using and if you're using private proxies to harvest. But once it is completed, you will want to come up here, remove and filter any duplicate URLs, and then just export the URL list as text and save that somewhere, as we will be importing it into some software in the future. So let's talk about my weapon of choice for posting Tier 1 links. I used to use a wide range of software and tools to get the job done. All the usual stuff like Article Daemon, Bookmarking Daemon, SE Nukex and Slick Submitter. While all of these tools are fantastic at what they do, managing and running so many different tools was time consuming and difficult to manage. My computer would grind to a halt trying to use them all at the same time. On top of that, it was a pretty expensive setup. For example, SE Nukex costs $147 every single month. That adds up to nearly $1,800 across a year. That is ridiculously expensive if you ask me. So to reduce costs, make things easier to manage and improve efficiency, I wanted to find a single piece of software that could do everything I need for the first tier. After trying a few pieces of software, that tool ended up being Ultimate Daemon. There are several reasons I settled on this. It can hit all of the link types that we need for the first tier. You can get reports on exactly where your links are in a couple of clicks of the mouse. It is quick and easy to set up and schedule a campaign. I knew it would be reliable and stable as I'd already used Bookmarking Daemon and Article Daemon in the past. It is available for a fixed one-time payment of $347 with the discount code under this video on my blog. Although you can get it on a monthly subscription basis, but it is cheaper to buy it outright in the long run. Once you've got Ultimate Daemon installed, there's a few things that we need to do. First of all, you need to import your list of private proxies into the software. It's important that you use private proxies when creating your Tier 1 accounts, as we don't want them to get deleted later because of heavily spammed public proxies. If you need some private proxies, check the links underneath this video on my blog and I'll point you in the right direction. Secondly, we need to set up the ping servers. Again, just paste your list into here. If you don't have a list, you can download mine underneath this video. Thirdly, you need to set up your capture solving services. Go with Death by Capture simply because it's the cheapest by quite a margin. Finally, you need to import your sites list. Click on the Sites tab over here, click on the green plus, and the site detector will launch. Once that's open, select all from the drop down here, paste your sites list in, and click Start. Once the import process is finished, open the site detector again, but tick this box. Then do another run of the import. You'll probably find that you get a lot more targets added to the software this way. Once you've done that, come back to your sites list and select them all. And then right click and export your sites to a CSV file. Then import all of the domains into Scrapebox and run a Google index check. What you want to do is create a list of domains that have been de-indexed. Once you have a list of the domains that have been de-indexed, you can come up to the red minus button here, click on the drop down and click on mass deletion. Paste all of the de-indexed domains into here and click delete. We do not want to be building links that have been de-indexed, so make sure that your list is always clean and only contains indexed domains. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up and schedule the entire Tier 1 campaign, as well as introduce you to the advanced spinning techniques that will make you stand out from the crowd.
That brings us to the end of this part of the series, so thank you for watching. You've got a couple of options right now. You can either watch the next video in the series or use a tutorial guide on your screen now to select which part you want to watch next. If you have any questions or want more great tutorials like this, then head over to my blog to check out all my posts. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog. See ya!